Hello and welcome again. Thank you so much for joining me for another video in our Basics of Konnakol series. In this video, I would really like to answer a question that I've been recently and actually quite often asked about the syllables of Konnakol. And the question is, do we have to assign a specific rhythmic value to a group of syllables? Say takita, for instance. Does it mean that I have to sing takita in triplet like this? Takita, 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 ta. And the answer to that is actually no. And that is, I think, what is so beautiful about Konnakol. You can take any group of syllables and sing it or play it in any rhythmic value. Okay, rhythmic value being quarter notes, 8th note, triplet, 16th note, quintuplet, whatever you want. So you can take any of these group syllables that I will show you here and sing it or play it in any subdivision. Okay? Let me give you an example. Takita again can be sung as a triplet, takita, 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 as shown before. But it can also be sung as one syllable per beat or quarter notes. Ta, ki, ta, ta, ki, ta. Okay? Or even as a dotted 8th note. Ta, ki, ta, ta, ki, ta, ta, ki, ta, ta, ki, ta. We can sing it as a 16th note. Ta, ki, ta, ta, ki, ta, ta, ki, ta, ta, ki, ta. Or even as a quintuplets, takita, 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 ta. So you see that we can really do anything with those. One of the most important things that I want to stress here before we go on is that it's really important that you try and pronounce the syllables as accurately as you possibly can. Okay, so takita. So try to keep that character. Takita, takita. At least in the first stages of your Konnakol practice. When you get a little faster, takita, 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 ta, you will notice that the syllables will change their sound a little bit, and they will sound more like takite. Takite, 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 ta. Okay? But please try and work on the diction as much as possible. This will really increase your understanding of rhythm. Okay, so let's move on to the actual subdivision. So the ones that we already learned, for one, group of one is ta, group of two is taka, group of three is takita, group of 4 is takadimi. Okay? And we might have touched upon the 5, which is tadiginadom. Tadiginadom. Sometimes pronounced as dadiginadom with a D, tatikitatum, or even kitakinadom. You know, in India there's a lot of schools, there's a lot of people who do it a little bit different. I think there's about 200 different schools in India, in South India alone. And so when you hear kitakinadom, it actually means tadiginadom. Okay? So tadiginadom is a great concept, really, because you can use it also as a 6, even though it's a 5, by introducing one gap. Okay? Tadi, gap, ginadom. Okay? Tadi, ginadom, tadi, ginadom, tadi, ginadom, tadi, ginadom is a 6. If we introduce two gaps, ta, gap, di, gap, ginadom, we will get 7. Tadi, ginadom, tadi, ginadom, tadi, ginadom, tadi, ginadom, tong, 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 7. Okay, we can also use it for other numbers too. For 8, usually, traditionally, we will hear takadimi, takajono. Okay, like this. Takadimi, takajono. Takadimi, takajono. Tak dime tak jono, tak dime tak jono, tak dime tak jono, tak dime tak jono ta. Okay, very traditional. You will hear that quite a lot in Konnakol. For 9, we can use Tadiginadom again. So ta, gap, di, gap, gi, gap, na, gap, dom. Tatiginadom, tatiginadom. That's a 9. We can also use tadiginadom, tadiginadom. Or kita tadiginadom, kita tadiginadom. These are all 9s. For 10, takitatom, gap, tadiginadom. So, takitatom, tadiginadom, takitatom, tadiginadom, takitatom, tadiginadom ta. Okay, so these are only a few of the basic syllable groups, syllables. There are also groups of syllables for double time. So for instance, Tadiginadom is a 5, and Tadiginadom has a version of it in double time, which is Kitataka Tadiginadom gap, which is 10 altogether. Kitataka Tadiginadom, Kitataka Tadiginadom, 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 Tadiginadom. Okay? So as you can hear, Tadiginadom is quite fast. So start with the time syllables before you go on to the next level of double time syllables. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you have any questions, please post, email me. Thank you, and see you in the next clip. Thank you so much.